Hi guys. Yesterday I was talking about fight or flight response for me with ET, and I know a lot of other ETs have the flight or fight response. So I wanted to explain a bit about my fight or flight response so that our extended family and friends for ETs may be able to understand why we get like this that little bit more. For me, before I walk out the door to go down, even down the shops, I'm already shaking like this. I know that there will be people looking at me already. So anything that can happen out in public will set my tremors off straight away, and I will be a lot worse than this. In the direction I'm walking, if I hear a loud noise, or if I hear someone raise their voice, or if I see someone that I don't particularly like too much, I cannot make myself walk in that direction, knowing that already as soon as those three things have all happened, my tremors will already be off the charts. My body automatically turns on my heel and I'm heading in the opposite direction before I even realize what is going on. My body just knows, get out of there, do not do it. Now, sometimes I even feel like that if I'm having a really bad tremor day myself. And if I see someone in front of me that I do like, sometimes I still cannot walk near that person knowing how bad I am on the day. I'm also like that with dogs. Now, I have two little dogs myself, a Maltese and a Chihuahua. But about 20 years ago, I took my then dog for a walk and three dogs came out and attacked him. And from that day on, I have been petrified of dogs. And as I'm getting older, it's only getting worse. If I see a dog in a distance, even a dog on a rope at the shop door, I will not walk in that shop. Even though that dog's there and 20 people I've seen walk past that dog in that minute, I still cannot bring myself to walk past that dog straight away. I have extreme tremors and I've just got to go and find another shop to go to or get back in my car and wait for the person to come out and take that dog away so I can get in that shop once my tremors calm down. The thing with my tremors is if I do something that causes my tremors to go extreme, that's my fault. But out in public, that is anything else or anyone else's fault. And that really exhausts me and it makes me cranky when something else has caused my tremors to go to extremes. With the fight response, now I'm not a fighter, never have been, never thrown a punch. Could you imagine this shaky arm throwing a punch? I'd miss you for sure. But when I was a kid with tremors, we didn't know what they were. I was just a nervous kid. So I was a target in school for a lot of bullies. And they would come at me, I would start shaking even more and I would start crying and run. My mum used to say to me all through school, Nick, you need to stand up for yourself, but I never could. If I'd known what it was, I would have been able to throw back in their face, I have a central tremor, leave me alone, but I didn't know what it was. Eventually, when I got out of school, I learned how to stand up for myself. But the only way I can is to raise my voice. At school, when the kids were picking on me, it made me feel so weak and it made them feel so powerful. You know, everyone would be saying, oh, good on you, you had her so scared that she was shaking and you made her cry and, oh, you're tough, you're tough. And then I got bullied more because I was the weakling. So raising my voice is how it makes me feel a little bit more powerful. It makes me think that people are looking at me thinking, oh, wow, she's so cranky, she's shaking. And that explains a bit to them of my extreme tremors without me yelling out to the whole world, I have essential tremor. The thing I hate most is when someone else triggers my tremors to extremes. When we get extreme tremors, it is exhausting. I don't like arguing with people. I don't like confrontations. I want to have that civil conversation with you. But while I'm shaking like this, and if you've kick-started my tremors off, it's not going to be a civil conversation because I'm already like this and I'm cranky that you've made me get this way. We don't want to be this way. But as you can see, even talking about it, how extreme my tremors are getting, this is embarrassing and it is exhausting. So please, be kind to us. Don't try and get us this way. If I argue with you, I need to go and lay down and have a sleep for an hour afterwards. I am exhausted. This takes it out of us. It really does. So I hope this explains a bit more to our family and friends as to why we get this way. If you say something that triggers us, the thing we know is fight or flight. If we can't run, then we are going to explode, unfortunately. Essential tremor is very hard for us, as I said, when we know what we've done to make our tremors worse. It's harder for us when other people cause them to go to these extremes. So please be understanding with us. Even if we relay a story to you, we will probably raise our voice and get all worked up, and you will think we're getting cranky at you. We aren't. We're just reliving the situation. We don't want to be like this. And the worst thing you can say to us is, calm down. If we could calm this down, we would. So please believe me when I say we don't want to be this way, but this is essential tremor. And this is the hard part of essential tremor, especially going out outdoors. I love you all, guys. Take care. Be kind to yourself and stay safe. And I will see you all again next week. Bye for now, my friends.